Hi, hello. In this video, we can tell you about what is biodiversity and how can we protect it using technologies. But first, let me introduce you my members in this topic. First, Miss Melody Cabetla. Second, Miss Elena Mandac. Third is Miss Natasha Cabebe. Mr. Alfhie Quioyo, Mr. Johannes Garcia, Mr. Aljay Ibana, and yours truly, Stevenson Vicente. Biodiversity is a term used to describe the enormous variety of life on Earth. It can be used more specifically to refer to all of the species in one region or ecosystem. Biodiversity refers to every living things, including plants, bacteria, animals, and also humans. Scientists have estimated that there are around 8.7 million species of plants and animals in existence. However, only around 1.2 million species have been identified and described so far, most of which are insects. This means that millions of other organisms remain a complete mystery. But due to human consumption and other activities that disturb and even destroy ecosystem, pollution, climate change, and population growth are all threats to biodiversity. These threats have caused an unprecedented rise in the rate of species extinction. Some scientists estimate that half of all species on Earth will wipe out within the next century. Conservation efforts are necessary to preserve biodiversity and protect endangered species and their habitats.
Camera traps. Camera traps are remote cameras that take photos when sensor is triggered by the movement of an animal or a person, then send the image in real time to the operator. Camera traps are also helpful in quantifying the number of different species in an area. It is a more effective method than attempting to count by hand every individual organism in the field. It is used for revolutionize wildlife research and conservation, enabling scientists to collect photographic evidence of a rarely seen and often globally endangered species without disturbance to the wildlife. Camera traps are enabling researchers to collect baseline population data on the tropical mammals, which are only estimation and guesses was possible before. Camera traps are increasingly being used to raise conservation awareness worldwide, with NGO embracing the tool as a way of reaching out to the public. In Sumatra, which has lost half of its forest cover since 1985, a conservation project called Eyes on User is using camera trap videos and photos to publicize threats to the User forest diverse wildlife. Camera traps have been used to shoot footages of rare species including the rare Sumatran tiger, colorful Argus pheasant, bright-eyed banded silent. Our videos and photos can make people realize that it's worth to save animals and forest.
Drones are very popular in the whole world. Many people thought that these are built only for entertainment and as toy for kids. A drone is an unmanned aircraft. It's a flying robot that can be remotely controlled or flew autonomously through software-controlled flight plan in their embedded system. Working in conjunction with onboard sensors and GPS, drones have become greatly allied to conservationists. They can help monitor species by providing aerial image on a large area in areas that are sometimes difficult for a person to access. Later on, experts invented drones with thermal cameras to identify animals with their heat signature, most especially at dark. Drones became beneficial not only for animals but also in conserving trees. Biocarbon engineering company works on a project that uses drone to restore mangroves in Myanmar. Over 10 million trees have been planted within 2 years. Drones are loaded with seed biodegradable pods and is being dropped on the assigned area according to studies planting trees.
The Global Positioning System. GPS provides satellite tracking services that are useful in a variety of commercial and personal applications such as determining location, convenience in navigation, providing a multifunction system, preventing delays. Other innovative ways and functions of GPS are embedded in improving agriculture, monitoring vehicle usage, tracking endangered species, tracking children and elderly individuals, real-world gaming, and such.
Bioacoustics is a study of how sound and acoustical perception are used by all living creatures and how their different acoustical adaptations reflect their relationships with their habitat and environment. Inherently special are the sounds heard in natural locations because it can disclose valuable details about the health of the location. Scientists deploy audio recorders in forests to record the vocalizations of various animals. Vocalizations of frogs, birds, bats, mammals, and insects form the sounds of living beings that scientists call biophony. The higher the acoustic diversity in a certain location, the greater biodiversity. With bioacoustics, scientists could highlight the difference between locations that would greatly help in conservation management of a natural habitat.
Automated bioacoustic monitoring devices remind us that animals make a lot of noise. Acoustic sensors can play a role similar to that camera traps by recording the presence of animals through their sounds 24/7 at relatively low cost, and storing them in a web-based platform for users to manage and analyze the data. They are particularly useful for area and underwater species that move in 3 dimensions, rather than along curls. Passive acoustic monitoring devices set at spawning locations have allowed researchers to measure fish abundance independent of catch data. Bioacoustics are increasingly helping scientists understand overall ecosystem health even underwater. Above ground, acoustic devices have helped researchers relate the buzz signatures of wild bees to their body, measurements and pollination potential, as well as the composition of the bee community in a given area. Acoustic sensors can also detect human sounds and alert authorities or local indigenous groups in near real time when chainsaws are detected in the forest. New users of this and other data collection technologies can learn more from a comprehensive new online resource launched in 2017 that details best practices for using specific technologies, including camera traps, acoustic monitoring, and LiDAR.
IoT, are known as Internet of Things. But what is IoT? Let me tell you. IoT, or known as Internet of Things, describes the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. IoT is widely used for smart home applications and agriculture. It has also become a lifesaver for endangered species of animals. Elephants, rhinos, lions, pangolins, and other wildlife could even disappear because of intense hunting or poaching. IoT is used to track animals and prevent poachers from harming them. Sigfox Foundation has developed a tracking solution combining GPS technology and its load-powered to IoT connectivity to monitor rhinos. It is used in securing and long-term tracking system. Conservationists have real-time and exact location of the animals. Rapid, also known as real-time anti-poaching intelligent device, even combines the IoT trackers with camera sensors and a heart rate monitor to immediately intervene as soon as the animal seems stressed. Rainforest Connection is an organization in San Francisco that created a control system based on acoustic monitoring or sound monitoring. Once their sensors are attached to trees, they can detect illegal logging through chainsaw sounds, hold poaching, and even enable bioacoustic monitoring of certain species. Thank you.